Keelan, you, of course, stated what you thought should happen after the game, but how did it feel to have the tech rescinded and have it be so fast?
Honestly, I forgot about that. I mean, obviously, I think it's the right decision. And, I talked to Mai during the game, too, the other ref, the head ref, and, I felt good coming out of that, too. She was going to go back and look at it. I think they did their report or whatever, and then it was quickly communicated that, obviously, there was what the ref interpreted was not actually the case of what happened. So I'm just happy they got it right and excited to be able to play tonight.
I asked you last time about the timing of this entire process. Do you think there should be it just revamped entirely, like the timing of when you get to rescind or appeal it, and things of that nature?
I guess I'm not 100% privy to how exactly it works. I think that's obviously an area that the league can continue to grow in, and obviously it takes more resources and more people and more eyeballs and more video angles and whatever it is. I think obviously it's a great step forward next year when we have the replay center. I think that's going to help with a lot of stuff. So I think it's one step at a time, and the faster that they can make those decisions, probably the better just for everybody involved. I'm sure there were some people that had spent money to come tonight and watch me play that were probably feeling a little tense after watching that on TV. So I'm glad they made the decision fast, and sure, we can continue to improve in that way, and I think we will.
You said the other day in Chicago you feel great. It's been a minute since anybody's really talked about any injuries or ailments for you.
Yeah.
How has the process of your day-to-day maintenance and fitness evolved to get you to a place where you're at now?
Yeah, I think I feel really good, and just continuing to stay regimented in every single thing that I do. No matter how many minutes you play every single night, I try to approach post-game the same way and the recovery days the same way, and even my process to pre-games has always stayed the same. So I feel very confident in the things that I have done, and it's nice to not have to talk about injuries and minutes restrictions and how I'm feeling every single day. It's feels pretty assumed now that I'm feeling good to go. I'm looking for some wood to knock on. If you all would join me, that would be nice. But feel like myself, and just continuing to stay consistent in everything that I do. And there's obviously been a lot of people that have poured into me and really helped me through that. And I feel like I finally kind of maybe got over the mental battle of it all too, and really trusting myself. And that's not what I'm thinking about when I'm in the game, if something hurts or whatever it is, and playing through little bumps and bruises as well, and tightness and things like that. And you just find confidence in your body and being able to stack days together. I think what is this, my 29th game this season? So, proud of that too.
Yeah, kind of got lost in the shuffle of everything that happened on Saturday, but KK came into the starting lineup. Just how has she grown in these past 2 years that you've seen, and how does she just change the rotation of the starters?
Yeah, it's been amazing to see kind of her evolution over the course of the year. And, obviously when you come into the league and you're a rookie and then you're not getting a lot of minutes, your eyes can be super wide, and that can be a challenging piece when you're not getting a lot of playing time. It's how do you develop when you're really not getting minutes and you're not getting live action? That can be a really difficult thing. I thought she worked really hard in this offseason, and then even a month and a half, 2 months before the season started, she was in market and working with Rob a lot and just putting in a lot of time. And a lot of that work was driven by what we wanted on offense and what were going to be things that she could do that were going to be easy for her to impact the offense. And I think she really figured those things out and has a good feel for the game, has a good feel for what we want her to do on the court. And obviously her athleticism speaks for itself. And I think that adds a different dynamic, especially on the defensive end. It feels like she's always altering shots, even if she blocks it or not. It seems like she allows the offensive players second guessing or rethinking or shot faking or whatever it is. I think a lot of times she's leading our team in deflections. So just gives us a different look, especially on the defensive end. But offensively, she's really kind of turned the page and kind of come into her own. So it's been really fun to see. And I always tell her, I feel like she's just scratching the surface. There's still so many ways that she can continue to improve and will. And her future is really bright.
Kaylin, obviously each season has its own peaks and valleys. You guys are in a peak right now, I guess, with some of the the way you've been playing as of late. But I guess from an individual standpoint or even a team standpoint, what have you learned now in your third season about what it takes to kind of stay steady, when it is a long season? And
it's a very long season, and there's still a fourth of the season left. It feels like we're winding down, but at the same time, there's so many opportunities in front of us. And I think for our group, and what I've probably learned over the course of the 3 years is every day's a new day, and there's going to be rough stretches through the season where it feels like, man, we're probably not going to make the playoffs, or there's going to be moments where it's oh, we can win the championship. And I think you just have to kind of stay consistent, stay neutral, stay in the middle, and you just get back up every single day and you keep finding a way to improve. And a lot can change on the stretch. And I think right now is when you need to find a way to play your best basketball, and then you want to continue to play that into the playoffs. So I think that's kind of our focus. But still, you got to go game to game, and our schedule is really difficult here through August, and then to finish up in September. So we have a lot of challenges ahead of us. I feel like we're playing great basketball. I think this week is a really big week for us. These two at home versus very talented teams that are playoff teams and title contenders. So, we need to continue to find ways to improve and closing games out, holding leads, especially versus the teams that are at the top of the standings in this league, because the margin for error is very, very small, and we haven't quite got over that hump where we don't shoot ourselves in the foot. So I think that's the biggest way we can continue to improve down the stretch.
Hey, Caitlin, when you beat New York here a few weeks ago, that was something of a low point in their season, but they've been hot since. So as you've prepped for tonight's matchup, what stands out to you about how they've evolved as a group, and what is key for you tonight? Yeah,
I think since All-Star break, their offense has been up there with the best in the league. So we got to be able to guard. They're one of those teams that kind of just plays 0.5 basketball. They move the ball well. They set screens. Obviously, JJ and Stewie present quite the challenge for us. They're going to do a lot of inverted stuff. They're going to do stuff where, you're setting pin downs for Stewie, you're setting ball screens for Stewie, or, Sabrina's in the action setting it for Stewie. So, presents a challenge. I think we need to be at the point of everything. I think what really helped us in our last matchup here is we were disruptive. We kind of got them out of that. Our first half wasn't great, but in the second half we really locked in and we played great defense, forced them into some tough shots. So I think that's really our focus is, like, you got to be locked into the scout and the coverages that we're going to do, because they're going to do a lot of different things, and they're free flowing. Like, it's hard to tell exactly what they're going to do every single time. You just got to be locked into exactly what we want to get to, and then limit them to one shot.
Athletes are great at compartmentalizing. That's part of the reason why you guys make it to this type of level. But you guys have had to do a lot of that with just outside noise. I guess you guys are 20-12 and fourth in the standings, I guess, or fifth, excuse me. How impressed have you been at the way that you guys have been able to kind of come together and, like, weather the storm and really continue to keep the focus on the task at hand?
Yeah, honestly, I was like just thinking about that when I was warming up out there. Is like, it's fun to see, like, how excited and how much fun my teammates have with one another, because I feel like a lot of the narratives sometimes are like the opposite of that. And obviously I don't expect people to understand if you're not in our locker room. Like, how would you ever know? And I feel like this locker room is a very tight-knit group, and we just have fun with one another. We love showing up and getting to compete every single day. And, we're 20-12, but I feel like we could be even better than that, and we have potential to grow even more. And I think that's what's the exciting part. We've had moments where we can really feel like we're a title contender, and, if we can continue to play like that, obviously you need some things to kind of roll your way, but we have all the pieces in our locker room, and that's, I think, how we carry ourselves. So it's just fun getting to be around this group every single day, and the coaching staff, and, more than anything, we're going to have each other's backs, and, every day presents a new challenge, but you're going to have a lot of fun with it. Some days are going to be great. Some days aren't going to be as great. You just keep getting back up and keep fighting. But I think this group has done a really good job of being resilient and all that.